I'm Bill Atkinson, president of Atkinson Strategic Communications, a Baltimore public relations firm. And today we're speaking with Zach Fine, the CEO of Holly Poultry in Baltimore. Zach, it's great to see you.
Great to see you, Bill. It's been a little bit of time and obviously the crazy world that we live in, but hopefully we're getting to the other side of that, and very nice to be here and talk with you guys today.
So tell us about Holly Poultry. What does it do?
So Holly Poultry is a multitude of different entities, all related around protein. My dad started the business 30 years ago, and we further process poultry. We also mass distribute commodity proteins such as beef, pork, turkey, and other chicken, all up and down the East Coast. Holly Poultry is most known for on the processing side on fresh poultry that we deliver into the retail and food service sectors. And that's where we service mostly Northeast, but we are branching out to the middle of the country as well.
Zach, how did you get involved in Holly Poultry?
Well, I learned from the ground up the hard way. I didn't realize what my dad was doing to me then, but I do now. Just learning through high school, summer, driving trucks, making deliveries, working in the warehouse, whatever was needed. Throughout college, summer breaks, doing a little bit of the same. When I graduated from York, 21 years old, came in and said, hey, this is what I want to do. It's a full-time position, and this is what I want to learn from what you're built and hopefully take it to the next level. My dad said, great, start with night shift production. And I was like, why me? I said I wanted to do it. I didn't want to do night shift production. But he made me learn the business from the ground up, and I did everything within the business. Probably from the age of 21 up to about 31. And that gave me the knowledge that is helping us succeed now. So like I said, when I was 21, I was a young kid, didn't realize why he was doing it. Now at 42, I know exactly why he did it. And that's proven out to a lot of our success and growth right now.
When did you become CEO?
3 years ago, 2018. As we split up the entities into a multitude of our commodity business, our processing, logistics, and our trading division. As we split up all those, it was a good time for me to take over the leadership role and my dad to take over the more owner, chairman of the board role. That's when we instituted our board. That's when I officially took over the role.
And how's Holly been doing?
Well, that's a great. We've been doing great. I mean, we really have. We've weathered the storm tremendously. It was scary when that middle of March of last year when COVID kind of hit, and within a week it was like, all right, everything shut down. We were at that point 100% restaurant food service business at Holly on our processing side. So overnight, our business went virtually to zero. We had a plan to start the beginning of this year, getting into the retail side. We knew we needed to be more diversified and be in the retail and food service world. So we just grabbed that plan and fast forwarded because we didn't have a choice and just implemented it right away in the end of March of last year. And we jumped into with some pretty big retailers, helping them, supporting their growth and immediate shift of everybody going to the grocery store and buying for that period of time. And that really just fast forwarded that retail plan. And it really has been a blessing because it helped diversify our business in putting a lot of chips in both baskets of retail and food service. So we've weathered it well. We're hiring. We're growing. We're adding on some pretty big national players on our food service and retail side. So it was scary at first, but our nimbleness, our aggressiveness, and wanting to just do whatever it took to succeed has now, when we look about 16 months forward, we're in a much better place now than we were even before the pandemic.
Yeah, that's great news. How many employees do you have?
We are pushing right now at about 400 employees.
What's that growth? What's the employee growth rate?
The employee growth rate, well, just this year alone, we started out the year at about 350, and now midway through the year, we're up to about 400. We'll probably close the year close to 450 in the employee count. So in this year, we're looking to add 100 on top of 350, so pretty close to a third growth of our employee count. And We're going to start processing at our old facility that houses our commodity business because we are going to be at max of capacity at the beginning of 22. And we'll be at some point in 22, we're going to be looking to put a shovel in the ground we have 17 acres right here that our two facilities sit on. So we have plenty of room to put another facility. And that's where we're looking to put another facility to grow into because believe it or not, the brand new facility that opened in 17 will probably be at capacity by beginning of next year.
Where are you located?
Right here in South Baltimore, about a mile or so from the Ravens Stadium and Oriole Park Academy Yards. We're just literally off the corner of Washington Boulevard and 95. So our 17 acres that we own go all the way up to 95.
And where do your employees come from?
Really a little bit of mix all around. A lot of them right here in South and West Baltimore. That's where most of them come from. Some are branching out from some of the other surrounding counties, but a majority of our 80 to 85% of our workforce are coming right here from South and West Baltimore. So a little bit north as well, but a lot with South and West Baltimore.
Yeah, and you do a lot in the communities in Cherry Hill, Sandtown, West Side. You're bringing in employees from those parts of the city as well. Is that correct?
Yeah, we are bringing them right in for those areas and supporting those communities. We've always done that. I mean, we live by 3 C's as kind of our marching orders here at Holly Poultry. We want to be culture conscious, we want to be customer driven, and we want to be community focused. And we want to never forget about having the right culture so we can grow and be successful. Our customers are the ones that are very important to help us grow, and then always with our success to give back and support the community. That's been entrenched with me since being a little kid. My parents have always entrenched that in me, and we're very fortunate, very blessed, and helping out those in need. And we do it in the whole area in a big way, weekly with donations. We have one great resource, and that's food, and we use that to help those in need in the immediate West Baltimore, South Baltimore area, as well as the whole surrounding area. And during the pandemic, we teamed up with a local DJ and gave away a couple 100,000 pounds of poultry that was desperately needed to a lot of area food banks to help support people that had either lost their job or fallen on hard times with the pandemic.
Yeah, that's great work. What about the chicken prices? They are rocking and rolling. Chicken wing prices are what, more than double or something like that. Breast meat. What's going on?
Well, what's going on is you have pre-pandemic corn and soybean are the two input items that chickens eat off of, and the feed conversion. That's about 50% of a Purdue or a Pilgrim's expenses is their feed cost. So it's a very big deal. And you were $3 a bushel on corn and $9 on soybean. And now those prices are more than double where they were pre-pandemic. So the feed cost is more than doubled. So that has restricted their ability to have an exorbitant amount of supply, as well as labor constraints in the industry. They've really struggled labor-wise, getting people to come to the plant with the pandemic. So labor and then them restricting supply has definitely put a crunch on the amount of poultry supply in the country. And yes, wings are double before dating back to pre-pandemic. Boneless is double. Everybody is a chicken sandwich war, whether it's Burger King, McDonald's, Chick-fil-A, you name Popeyes, even Rural Farms starting this week. Everybody's got a chicken sandwich war, so that's eating up the availability of boneless breast. So yes, if you're going to the grocery store, you're going to be paying a lot more, and I feel bad for restaurants because they went through so much for 12 to 14 months, literally not even being open, losing all their business. If they were able to weather the storm, now they're coming back, and now their food costs are double. So it's very challenging times right now in the industry for sure.
What does the future look like for Holly?
Very bright. The group around me. It's not about me. It's about the team We really, from my CFO to our sales leaders, to our marketing leaders, to our warehouse group, to our sanitation group, you name it, everybody is all on the same page and ready for their careers to go to the next level. And that's the most important. Everybody's excited about the opportunity and what they're a part of and the culture they're now a part of. And they want to help us get to the next level, because then that means opportunities for them in their career. So we're pushing hard. We're in a fast growth mode. We're ready to scale. Like I told you, probably at some point next year, a shovel will go in the ground for another building. That'll be our third building right here in South Baltimore. And we are very well diversified in the food service and retail world now, because of the pandemic helped us with that. So we are poised for, as I'm 42, don't know how long till I retire, but it's a lot of years before I have to worry about retiring. So my job right now is to step on the gas, and we're going to step on it pretty hard.
And that includes pushing further into the Midwest. How about the further West Coast?
Yes, I mean, we feel we almost are, as we're developing our plans, we're talking about this being our hub. Baltimore always being our hub. I'm born and raised here. I got a big heart for Baltimore. It's going to be our hub, whether it's 3 plants or 4 plants. This is where we're going to do a lot of our processing, and we feel out of Baltimore we can mostly touch everything this side of the Mississippi. But as we're joining and now selling retailers and food service people that have locations all around the country, we are starting to get a little bit of pressure to maybe have a facility somewhere else. So I don't see that in the next several year window, but definitely in the 5 to 7 year window, I do see us having another facility, probably strategically more in the central part of the country, to handle those locations that we're partnering with on the other side of the Mississippi.
All right, Zach, thank you for your time today. It was great catching up with you.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Bill, and appreciate the conversation as always. And glad that we're all getting past this, so that way things can really get back to a little bit of norm, or whatever the new norm is going to look like. But we're excited, and thanks for having me today.